before we get into anything, before we talk, about any of the transfer news and talking about the game, I think it's only key that we start with some of the stuff we've been seeing regarding Matisse TEL. Now, obviously, for a lot of people that was on my watch along, they would have seen that I felt a type of way about TEL in the moment. The emotions get the best of you. And I said, TEL shouldn't have taken a penalty. I said all these things. Now, if you've got a problem with TEL's performance, you've got a problem with the way he played, then that's not an issue. Everybody's allowed to critique what went on the pitch, but that's as far as it goes. And I want to just send my best feelings and sending my best to Matisse TEL, letting him know that I stand with him. And, we as a community, as football fans, we need to stand with him, whether you're a rival fan or not, because we saw this is far too often that, a person of color steps up for a penalty, misses it, and then the whole narrative gets made around them to be the scapegoat. We remember just a few years ago in the Euros when this happened to Saka, Rashford and co. Yet again, now seeing this with TEL, the one player that's being picked out and one player that's being abused. It's just not okay and it's not right. So I just want to let everyone know that I stand with TEL, but we should all stand with TEL when it comes to this racism and the personal abuse, because it is disgusting. It's awful. And it's not something that I co-sign whatsoever. So if you've got a problem with his performance, and we'll talk a bit more about it in detail as we talk about the game, his impact and how, yes, he wasn't he didn't have the required impact that Thomas Frank would have wanted. But at the same time, just what happened yesterday is disgusting and it's not on. And just whilst we're on this note of topic, I think it's only right that we share the note that came out from the Tottenham Twitter page. The statement was official, saying that we are disgusted at the racial abuse that Matisse TEL has received on social media following last night's UEFA Super Cup defeat. Matisse showed bravery and courage to step forward and take a penalty. Yet those who abuse him are nothing but cowards. And I want to make that very clear. You are nothing but a coward if you're sitting there and, like they said, hiding behind anonymous usernames and profiles to spout their aberrant views. You hide behind a picture of a random person or a football player, and you want to sit there and have an opinion, and you want to sit there and think that your opinion counts, and, try to abuse these players. Is disgusting. So those types of people says more about yourself than it does anyone else. Like, you can cuss Matisse TEL out all you want, but the insecurities are showing. You don't even want to put a picture of your face as your profile. That says more about you than it does him. But we will work with the authorities and social media platforms to take the strongest possible action against any individuals that we are able to identify. And we stand with you, Matisse. Yes, we do stand with him. I stand with him, and all Spurs fans should stand with him. But absolutely disgusting behavior from many of the Spurs fans. There are many Spurs fans that are having these views, and also rival fans just chiming in. So yeah, no, just awful from the Spurs fan base. Didn't expect it from our own, and especially to do it to our own, and to do it to a kid. More than anything, you're doing it to a kid. We're abusing a guy that's 20 years of age, just coming to the club. I remember just a few months ago when the fans were getting onto the team after a game at Fulham. They were on the back of the team, talking about how bad the performance was. He was the one player that went to the fans trying to calm them down, trying to talk to them at 19 years of age, showing that maturity in that moment to, express his love for the club, but also expresses his respect for the fans, bringing that knowledge of playing over in the Bundesliga, what it means to answer to the fans and go there and have a conversation with them. I just think he's like, it's just awful, man. It's awful, innit? I don't want to focus on this for the whole stream, but I think it was only right that I did start with that, because I think it's been disgusting how he's been treated, especially when you take into consideration Bergvall come off the bench, done nothing. Archie Gray come off the bench, done nothing. So it's just like, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't. I'm seeing, to be fair, the Bergvall one is funny because he only actually played like 4 or 5 minutes, but still, like my point is there's 4 players that come off the bench. All of them done nothing, didn't really have the required impact. Archie Gray played all but 23 minutes, and I didn't see him make one block, one decisive challenge. And he replaced one of our key players in that midfield. So there's other players that had worse performances. But hey, narratives and agendas have got to run in it. I know a lot of people are just, he's rubbish anyway. He's rubbish anyway and all that, man. But let me come to the chat. Let me see what the people them are saying. See how everybody is doing. But yeah, man. I know the rivals are in here. They wanted to get their stuff out, you know. Spurs, Matisse, TEL, you know, if you want to call players rubbish, that's all good. But yeah, man. Like let's just hold it there, innit? Let's just keep it to Tottenham stuff. But Bottlers read, Bottlers, Guna's still crying about Europa facts. Hold that. And also, I will just say now, innit, to anybody that got timed out at the end of the watch along yesterday, you know what it is. It's no hard feelings. I think as it's right with myself, you know, I didn't actually do any of the timing outs, but everybody was in them. Everybody was emotional. Everybody was emotional. Everybody was a bit fuming. So that's all it was. It's no hard feelings. It's just in the moment. I doubt you'll be timed out again today. The moderators won't be carrying it over into today. So you are all good. But yeah, man. Let me come to the chat. Let me catch up with the people. We stand with TEL. Facts. We definitely stand with TEL. No to racism. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, man. Durag Delusions. I feel sorry for Matisse Tel Aviv, but what is brother doing? We need signings now. We already bottled the cup because of Levy. Let's not bottle the league. Well, I don't think we're going to win in the league, so we definitely can't bottle it. But yeah, man. Big up to Mr. Udang. Yes. And I definitely hashtag no to racism. Not a fan of a club. Yeah, the racist guys aren't real fans. Facts. Tottenham has been built on ethnic minorities. Some of our best players haven't come from England. So sit here to, you know, like, and especially black players like Ledley King, the guy that led our club for 10 or so years, the last captain before, you know, Sonny to lift the trophy is that of an ethnic minority. So when we're talking about like the racial abuse, it's crazy and it just doesn't make no sense. We're not the club to be doing any of that. You know, you go to Tottenham and it's literally a black area. It's a black area. Yard shops everywhere. You got African shops, like Congolese shops, like you got Somalian shops. Like you go to Tottenham, it's one of the hubs of like just pure mixed cultures. So like I don't expect this from my club of all. Although I do know what my club does have, and I don't want to really get into all of that, but just my club, it just don't sit right with me, man. It don't sit right with me. We was brilliant last night. So proud of them. Big up. Come on, you Spurs. Yes. Van der Ven missed a penalty too. No one says anything. Facts. Van der Ven missed a penalty. And his one, I was more sure about Van der Ven missing. I'm not going to lie. I was very sure Van der Ven was going to miss. Big up to my bro, Ilias. Big up Durag Diaries. Big up to Farhan the Gunner. Big up to Farhan the Gunner for the super chat. Every single time. Well said, brother. They are sick cowards. Big up to you. And look, it says it in the name is a gunner. So this, if the gunners can, you know, lay down the swords just to respect this for a moment, then I'm sure all football fans can and just put their respect. What I would love for my community to do, and that is you guys, you know, my delinquents and descendants and them, man. I'd love for you, man, to go and just send TEL, man. Let's drown out the noise of the abuse. And I know, like, some people, I don't really DM. I don't DM football players because I'm not a neek, innit? I'm not gonna lie. Why am I DMing a football player? But I think what we need to do is come together, and as Spurs fans, we all send them a good message. Let's everybody just send them a good. Let's drown out the abuse and the racism by sending him some positive messages. Let's say we're proud of you, well done. Anything along those lines. We're proud of you, well done. On to the next season. Keep your head up. Get that head of yours up immediately. Yeah, like let's send him some positive news, man. Let's give him something positive to know that there are people out there supporting him.